So for this section, I'll be talking about the subdivisions of the abdomen. So up here would be considered the right upper quadrant. Then down here is the right lower quadrant. And on this side, it would be the left upper quadrant and the left lower quadrant. Continuing, this would be the right hypochondriac region, then the epigastric region, then the left hypochondriac region. Then you go down one and it's the right lumbar region, the umbilical region, the left lumbar region, and then the right iliac region, the hypogastric region, and the left iliac region. Continuing with the body parts and the regions, so the head, which would be this area, this would be the frontal, this would be the orbital where the eyes are at, the nasal is the nose, the oral is the mouth. Now the ear is the otic, the cheek is the buccal, and the mental is the chin. Now the neck area would be considered the cervical, and moving down towards the trunk area, this would be the thoracic area. So right here would be the pectoral, would be the chest, the sternal would be the breastbone, and the mammary would be the breast. Going down, we would have the abdomen, which would be the abdominal, the umbilical, which would be the navel, and then we would have like the pelvis, the groin, and the genital area within this area. And then we would have the collarbone, the axillary, which would be the auxiliary. Then we have the brachial, which is the arm. Then we have the carpal, which is the wrist, the palm, which is the palmar. Then the fingers would be considered the digital. And we have the coxal, which is the hip, the femoral, which is the thigh, the patellar, which is the kneecap, and the crural, which is the leg. Then we have the talus, which is the ankle, and then the dorsum, which is the top of the foot, and the digitals would be the toes. Looking at the back, we have the cranial, which is still the skull, the scapular, which is a shoulder blade, the vertebral, which is a spinal cord, the lumbar, which is the loin area. Then we have the gluteal, which is the butt, the perineal, which is the perineum. Then we have the orskeron, which is the point of the elbow, then the dorsum, which is the back of the hand, and it would be this side. Then we have the popliteal, which is the hollow behind the knee, which is this area. The sural, which is the calf, the plantar, which is the sole, and then the calcaneal, which is the heel of the foot. Okay, and finishing up with the planes of the body, the frontal or the coronal plane runs vertically from right to left and divides the body into anterior and posterior parts. Then we have the transverse horizontal plane, and it runs from here parallel to the surface of the ground, dividing body parts into anterior and inferior parts. Then we have the median sagittal plane that passes through the midline of the body, dividing it equally into right and left parts. Then we have the sagittal plane, and that runs vertically through the body parts, separating it into right and left parts as well.